Bethel Bruins are 5-1, Mike. Oh, wait a second. I think we got to do our sponsors. Let's get our sponsors. Today's game is brought to you by Zooms with 14 convenient peninsula locations and by Hampton Chevrolet. There you go at 838-5450, and in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home, where Nancy Staten is the manager. Okay, Mike, we got the starters. If you want to go ahead and go over the starters.
All right, for the Bethel Bruins, starting off with a 5-1 record now. Their leadoff batter will be the center fielder, Kawani Evans. Batting second is the shortstop, Michael Arena. And batting third, the first baseman, Andrew Fagan. Fourth will be the catcher, Matt Plank. And right fielder, batting fifth, Oscar Gonzalez. The pitcher, Brandon Mize, will be batting sixth. Third baseman, Matt Skalski, will be batting seventh. DHing for the second baseman, the DH is Seth Pye, and playing second base will be Daniel Rodriguez in the eighth spot. And then ninth batter of the inning for the Bethel Bruins will be the left fielder, Eric Tansmore. Now for the Kecoughtan Warriors, entering the game 3-2-1, their one tie came at the hands of a 6-6 encounter with the Heritage Hurricanes. They ran out of light, so that ended up in a tie that will not be made up as an official game. Leading off for them, number 4, playing right field, will be Stephen Allen. Second batter will be the left fielder, Matt Goulart. Second baseman, batting third, Zach Routon. Catcher, number 6, David Jenkins. Batting fifth, the center fielder is Zach Alexander. Batting sixth will be the shortstop, Chris.
That's Chris Vett.
That's Vetty.
Vetty, okay.
Vetty. That's how they told us to pronounce it, Vetty. Batting seventh, the first baseman is going to be Ed Van Ez. And batting eighth, the third baseman, Justin Colton. And the DH batting in the number 9 spot will be Casey Danita. And he will be DHing for the pitcher for the Warriors, who is Steve Chambers. That is your starting lineup for the 3-2-1 Kecoughtan Warriors.
And we will pick a player of the game for both of these teams this afternoon. Each player will receive a trophy and a shirt. The trophy comes to Trophy World, located in the historic Hilton Village of Newport News. For all your engraving needs, of recognition, awards, trophies, plaques, contact Bob Henley at Trophy World, 595-7354. Mention this announcement, get special pricing. The shirt comes from the Tidewater Team Sports, your one-stop sports headquarters for screen printing, embroidering, uniforms, and apparel. Call 594-0411 and talk to Dave Chubb and Terry McNamara. And we'd like to thank our corporate sponsors, Zooms and Hampton Chevrolet. And you see our officials today. Behind the plate, we have
Jim Mayhew.
And you know Jim. And on the bases, Terry Rosser.
Jim Mayhew's been around a long time, Hampton High graduate, so he's my age because he and I played Little League together, so that ought to tell you something.
Tell you a little bit about our crew. We got Andre Mattingly doing the slow motion. Scotty Bowers is directing. Mike Dewinski is on one of the cameras. Andy Foley is doing the graphics. Don Trouse is doing audio and everything else. Ricky Moore. I think Ricky Brown's on one of the cameras. Susan Bowers and Nathaniel Braxton. That's our crew, folks.
Here we go, starting the top of the first inning. Leadoff batter for the Kecoughtan Warriors, the right fielder, number 4, Stephen Allen. Right down the middle. First pitch is about what you want to start the game.
Well, did you realize that the loss that Bethel had last week was this week was the first loss that in the district that Wheeler has had since he's been a head coach?
Right. They were 18-0 in the district last year and fell in the regionals, and they returned their entire squad with the exception of 2 players. So it was expected that they would be a strong squad this year. 4-1 is still not a bad start for the year. Tied for first place. So they're right there in the thick of things. Fouled back behind us. I'm glad we have a roof on top of us.
Well, we need it. We need it.
And 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count.
Stephen Allen.
That curve ball was outside. Had to leave it up at 2-0. 2-2. Strike 3 looking for the first out. Pitcher for the Bethel Bruins, Brandon Mize, records his first strikeout of the game.
Let me give you a little something I have on Mr. Mize.
The next batter for the Warriors, left fielder number 11, Matt Goulart.
And Matt has pitched 9 innings, has struck out 11, given up 16 hits, got a 4.5 ERA, but he's good control pitcher, showing good control today.
It's a little high, 2-0 is the count.
And Matt, 5'7", 138, just a freshman, just a freshman.
Ball 3. It's 3-0 is the count. After getting the initial batter out on strikes looking, he's thrown 3 straight pitches and balls here to Matt Goulart. It's inside. He reaches first on a walk. So the Kecoughtan Warriors have their first base runner of the game.
1 out. We got a young man coming to the bat. Is
Zach Roughton,
Zach,
second baseman, number 2. There goes Goulart into second base, and he is thrown out.
What a nice throw. Nice throw.
Matt Plank's got a gun back there, and he just showed it.
Matt Plank, 6'3", 215 senior. He shot that ball right where he needed it to be.
So that gives them 2 outs in the inning.
How to play.
Up.
Watch the replay on the steal attempt here.
1-1.
We got the replay. We'll pop it to you. Here it goes right there. You can see.
Got him.
Oh, nice camera work. All right.
Perfect curveball in there for a strike.
This counts, what, 2-1?
Not real sure at this point. The scoreboard's down. Wait for Jimmy Mayhew to give us the signal as to what it is. That ball's way up there. 2-2 is the count.
I was right.
You got to be right every once in a while.
Yeah,
Huh?
you know, blind chicken will pick up a piece of corn.
That again is up high. Full count now on Zach Roughton. 2 down here in the top of the first inning. Still no
3
score.
balls, 2 strikes. Ball 4.
Ball in the dirt. Ball 4 as Roughton gets a walk, putting him on first base.
That's the second walk
Second
given
walk
up.
in a row by the Bruins. With a runner on first, and now brings up the catcher, David Jenkins, number 6.
I tell you, Dave, you talk about a young man that has really come along. He's been catching, been the starter catcher for 3 years.
And he's well experienced back here. And these two schools here are basically the premier high school teams in the district. They've been around a long time. They've both had extremely good baseball programs, and this year's no exception. As again, the Warriors 4-1 are right there in the thick of things. Kecoughtan, they are playing their 3rd straight game in a row, and will be playing their 4th in a row tomorrow. The weather really has been havoc on the season so far in the year. As a matter of fact, talking with the coaching staff here at Bethel, they were really concerned about actually playing their home fields here. Swing and a miss. The weather was so bad that the infield, there was no grass. It was down to the dirt. They actually had to have a company come in here and well, what they did, they came in here and they sprayed that stuff that irrigates the system, and it really, within a week, the grass was up.
How about that?
And that's no cheap
Would you say
thing to go to, because I mean, it costs them a bunch of bucks to do that. They got their field in playing condition. In front of the Bethel dugout was underwater most of the spring. They've had a hard time having places to practice, but they've got the field in playing position, and now they're playing. And as long as the weather will hold out, they'll be able to catch up and get things going again, get back on track as far as the season's concerned. Roughton leading off over at first base after receiving a walk. Gets them back over without any problems. Full count here. Two down. Roughton will be going on the pitch. There he goes. Foul back out of play. So Roughton will scoot back to first, and we'll start all over again. Man, did the weather change today. 2 hours ago, the sun was out and it was 70 degrees. When I walk outside the office, and it looked like fog was coming in. Temperatures dropped down into the mid-50s. Here's a rip up the middle for the first base hit of the inning as Roughton rounds second base and safely puts runners at first and second, 2 down. As Jenkins gets the first hit of the game for the Warriors.
David has got a lot of experience, and he's a good hitter, and that's why he's batting number 3.
He's the cleanup batter, number 4.
I'm sorry, he was the 4th batter, wasn't he? Because we had 2 outs.
All right, next batter is a center fielder, Zach Alexander, number 10.
Well, then his parents got a pinch runner in there. Who's the pinch runner?
Didn't see his. Number 8 is the pinch runner, and he is running for the catcher, which with 2 outs you can do that in high school ball.
Well, I don't have number 8.
Yeah, I do. It's Brandon Colburn.
Denard? No, that's not. That's for Kecoughtan. That was for Bethel.
Brandon Colburn is pinch running at first base for David Jenkins. And he has a tremendous lead over first base. Of course, Bethel's not holding him on, but he's a good 20 feet away from the bag on a pitch. First pitch is in there for a strike on Zach Alexander.
Parents are here. Zach's Ellen Alexander works at school board for Findolf Taylor, and his dad is one of the assistant softball coaches at Kecoughtan and JV girls basketball coach, and working on his doctorate degree. We're going to be able to call him Dr. Phil when he gets done.
I'm not sure he's going to like that. 1-1 to count.
I told him we'd get him a shot on TV.
Well, at least somebody with that name got it right. Low and outside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
There goes 7. 2-1.
Well, this is a different situation, standing up and doing a game.
Yeah. Well, the way they moved the little shelter we had that was directly behind the plate. Now we're way over to the left-hand side.
That pitch was a strike. It's 2-2 now as a count. 2 down with a runner on first and second here in the top of the first inning at Bethel. No
Two's
score.
A wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Pitch is in the dirt. That'll bring it full count, so everybody will be rolling again on the next pitch.
Well, you got to force at all the bases except home, so that.
Brandon Mize has struggled a little bit after getting the first batter out on strikeout. Every batter he's had since has gone to a full count. Pitches up and popped up into the infield. Third baseman comes in, makes the play for the Bethel Bruins to retire the side.
Well, they're lucky that he got out of there with nothing. There was 2 runners on.
3, no runs. There was 1 hit in the air, no errors. And there were 2 players left on base after a half an inning play. Kecoughtan 0, Bethel coming to the bat.
Do want to tell you that Zooms is giving an award to the senior player in each one of the baseball and softball and soccer teams this year who has demonstrated academic excellence. These players will be awarded a plaque at a school board meeting after the season. We'd like to thank David Allen and Zooms for the continued support to WHCS and our student athletes. And let you know that WHCS Channel 46 presents your school board meetings live on the first and third Wednesdays of each month at 7:30 p.m. So tune in, be informed.
All right, for the Bethel Bruins here in the bottom of the first inning, their leadoff batter is the center fielder, Kecoughtan Evans. Followed him will be the shortstop, Michael Arena, and then the first baseman, Andrew Fagan. First three batters for the Bruins here in the bottom of the first.
And who we have on the mound?
Pitching for the Kecoughtan Warriors, Steve Chambers, number 15.
He's pitched in 20 innings, given up only 18 hits. Has got an ERA of 2.8.
Which is not bad.
No, that's pretty good. He's got 24 strikeouts. So he's
24 strikeouts in 20 innings is a pretty good average.
I was going to say, that's not nothing to sneeze at, is it?
Nope, good average.
Are you making a mess over there, Michael?
Nope.
Okay.
They're trying to make it easier for the wires hanging. All right, after the initial warm-up by the Bruin or the Warrior pitcher, Kecoughtan Evans coming up to bat for the Bruins, number 6, playing center field today.
.5'11", 185-pound senior.
High and inside, first pitch, 1-0. Looks like he's got a lively fastball. That ball tailed in, came in on the batter on that one.
This young man was first team All-State last year, outfielder.
That was a strike. 1-1 is the count. That's a high strike there Jim's giving him too. Notice out a couple of pitches in the top half of the inning. Nice curveball. And that is a call for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes here.
A little slow on giving that.
Evans. And we got to give Jimmy a little bit of time to make his call before we tell you what it was. Swing popped him up. Looks like it's coming back behind us, and it does. Count stays the same.
Dropped right on the other side of the fence.
He almost went after a bad pitch. That was a good pitch to throw on that 1-2 count. That'll even it up 2-2. First batter here in the game for the Bethel Bruins. 5-1 in the season so far. They're tied at the top of the standings. That's a shot in between the shortstop and third baseman into left field for a base hit. So the leadoff batter for the Bruins starts the game with a base hit for the Bruins.
He got all of that. That was a shot. Michael Arena, 5'8", 170-pound senior.
Playing shortstop today for the Bruins. See where the Hampton Crabbers varsity baseball team beat Woodside the other night, and that's something that hasn't happened. Not to mean that Hampton hasn't won, but a Hampton school defeating Woodside. Woodside has been a very strong in the baseball category as far as athletics is concerned since they came into existence some 7 years ago. Fly ball to left center field. It looks like the center fielder for the Warriors will take it in for the first out.
Well, now, last year they lost 2 games to the Hampton schools, and they had to be, both of them, to the Bruins.
To the Bethel Bruins, that's right, but they were also second in the district. as they were the other team in the region that advanced into the regional tournament. But you can see it again as excellent shot there. Throw back, and Mr. Evans gets back safely.
You know, putting this back here like this, I think is going to help us more.
Next batter for the Bethel Bruins is Andrew Fagan, their first baseman. Ooh, that was close. He almost got him.
He's got a nice move over there.
One out here in the bottom of the first inning. Ball's outside. Snap throw back, and he gets back safely. That was another close one.
Well, I tell you, that was a nice throw by David Jenkins, the catcher. I thought he had him.
Well, very, very well here. We can watch it again, and we've got a good view of it here.
Yeah, he got in before he got the glove on him, but that was close.
Curve ball gets him.
Yeah, this is better for me. Can you see that?
1-1 is the count. Yep, fine. Andrew Fagan, the batter, first baseman for the Bethel Bruins. 1-1 is the count here. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Steps off the mound, pushes him back real quick. They're holding Kecoughtan Evans over at first base pretty tight, but he had a good view, and he got a jump, but unfortunately he's going to be going back. Fly ball to center field. And he dropped the ball.
And a wild throw allowed Kecoughtan Evans to make it into second.
Well, there was 2 errors on that play.
Error on the
center field.
Right here, you can see getting it just, and there was an error on the
center fielder twice because he made an error on the throw when he tried to get him. He ended up throwing it wide, so he ended up getting 2 errors on that play. Next batter is the right fielder, number 1, Oscar Gonzalez. No, that's number 15. I'm sorry, that's Matt Plank, catcher.
I was going to say.
So the Bethel Bruins have something going here in the bottom of the first inning. Runners on first and second, 1 out, with their cleanup batter, Matt Plank, batting.
Matt is 6'3", 215 senior.
Big young man. In there for a call strike. 1-1 is the count here on Matt. 2 errors on 1 play. Still 1 out here. Got him chasing a bad pitch and had a double steal by the Bruins that time as both runners, Evans and Fagan, both advance.
Well, they got him in scoring position, nobody out. Here we go, watch this. They're coming in the third.
Yeah, the throw wasn't quite there, bounced into the...
That shows you some speed, and you can see why this young man made All-State last year.
Well, that's a primary reason why the pitcher was trying to hold him on over at first base, too. They don't want his kid running, and he can go. Second, third, 1 out, as the Bruins are... Another curveball gets him, so that's
boy, took something off of that. Took something off of that. And here comes Oscar Gonzalez, 5'11", 185-pound senior. One out.
First out of the inning with the strikeout to Matt Plank. Right fielder, Oscar Gonzalez here for Kecoughtan. Nice fastball right down the middle, call strike. Kind of a gloomy day, isn't it?
It really is. It was nice and sunny when I went out to play golf, and we got on the back 9, and it was like, what happened? Where did this cold front come from?
Still 1 out. I'm sorry. Yeah, there is 2 outs.
There is 2 outs.
Yes.
There's a,
Second batter of the inning, Arena
Yeah.
flew out to center field. 2 outs.
no, he didn't fly out. Yeah, he did.
Second batter did.
It's kind
Thanks, Scotty.
okay, so, well, I tell you, it's nice to have directors on the ball.
Swung at a bad pitch in the dirt. He's going to have to throw him at it first. Got him. Goes as a strikeout and a putout by the catcher. So the Bethel Bruins will strand 2.
That was a great throw by David Jenkins.
There was 2
Great
errors
throw.
on the play. 2 errors on the play by the Bethel Bruins on that time, and then after 1 complete inning, no score.
And both of them have left stranded 2
2 players.
base runners, haven't they?
For the Bethel Bruins in the first inning, no runs, 1 hit. There were 2 runners left on. So got four runners left on base so far after 1 inning with both teams.
Now the game brought to you by Hampton Chevrolet at 1073 West Mercury Boulevard. Hampton Chevrolet Jeep Mazda. Give them a call or go down and see them, 838-5450. I tell you, our graphics guys are getting better and better and better. We got a Bruin and a Warrior there. Well, it looks like my nickel I got in my pocket. Yes. I don't think they made them
Indian hit nickel.
nickels for a while, have they?
No. All right, for the Kecoughtan Warriors, leading off here in the top of the second inning, no score.
And who we got?
Shortstop is Chris Vetty. Followed Betty will be the first baseman, Van Ness. Third baseman, Dustin Colton.
Chris is 5'8", 153-pound junior.
Right down the middle for a call strike. Looks like the Warriors are taking the first pitch so far on pretty much every batter. Curveball in the dirt. That'll even the count at 1-0. 1-1. Ground ball to the shortstop. Got a nice hop there. Throws him out for the first out of the inning.
That's Michael Arena at shortstop.
Ed Van Ness, first baseman now, batting for the
Hey, just a sophomore, 5'8", 196.
Kecoughtan Warriors.
That's southpaw up there.
Foul straight back. 0-1's the count. Looks like the Lady Bruins are having a softball game over there.
Yeah, there's that.
There's a shot. Looks like, oh, nice play, but let's see if he can run it out. Got him.
Oh, nice hustle.
On a late start by the pitcher.
Nice.
He still got him.
A nice hustle by Brandon Wise. Wow.
That's the second out after Brandon Wise. Well, sitting here watching it, we got the perfect view for that play. And then the ground ball coming, Brandon Wise didn't even leave the mound until after the ball was caught. And he outran Van Nuys to the bag to get the out.
He sure did, just did. What great camera work we got today, fellas and ladies.
2 down now here in the top of the second inning. Number 20, Justin Colton.
And this is a big
Third
kid,
baseman.
6'5", 219 senior.
Noah's dad works over at Casey Chevrolet.
Oh, is that his dad you were talking to over here? You talk about your buddy? We don't mention him on this there.
You're nasty. You're bad.
Not nasty, bad. Bad is different than nasty.
Tell you what, both of these pitchers have some nasty curveballs.
Oh, congratulations to your son. Even though they lost the game, had a good game the other night,
Yeah,
didn't
he
he?
pitched a great game. We lost 3-2 in our opener up to Walsingham. He was 2 for 3, had 2 RBIs. He had both the RBIs in the game, so he played well.
Must take after his mama.
I must.
I know he's a good-looking kid. He doesn't look
He
like
definitely takes after mama, right? 0-2 is the count. 2 out here in the bottom, or the top of the second inning. Took a little bit off of that one. It was inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is Justin Colton's first at bat of the game. The number 8 hitter.
It is. Umpires did say 2-2.
Yep. I guess it was. It doesn't matter now because he just struck him out. That's the 3rd out of the inning. So after an inning and a half, still no score. Kecoughtan went 3 up and 3 down. He's sitting here playing this thing, and it's sitting right next to my headphones, so I'm sure everybody's getting to hear this.
Well, if you start, quit tapping your foot there. We break out a line dance here or something.
Well, that's an inning and a half played. We've had no runs. Coming up here in the bottom of the second inning for the Bethel Bruins. Leading off is going to be their pitcher, Brandon Mize. So far, he's pitched a pretty good game. Following Mize will be Matt Stowski, 3rd baseman, and then the DH, Seth Pye.
And let me tell you, the Pie is not a very common name, but
and it's not spelled like pie either. It's not P-I-E. That's right. It's
P-A-I. And his, I don't know what relative it was, but I had 2 brothers that went through Bethel High School back in the 70s when I was here. So that's maybe a son, something, I don't know. Are you trying to say that we look like we need some peanuts, Scotty? We looked at malnutrition.
No, he's calling us a couple of monkeys is what he's calling us.
Oh, is that what he was doing?
That's all right. We know how he is.
All right, Brandon, let's see what Brandon can do at the plate. He's 5'8", 145 pounds senior.
His first trip to the plate in the game. Takes first pitch in for a call strike. As long as the wind doesn't blow out here, it's not bad.
Oh, yeah.
Looks at a pretty curveball in there
That thing
for
curved right in, didn't it?
0-2 is the count.
One pitcher showing another pitcher what he's got, isn't he?
Well, they both got some pretty good curveballs. Fouled back to the feet of the catcher. Still 0-2 is the count.
Oh, 2. What?
Tried to get him on another curveball high. He didn't take that one, so gets the first ball. 1 ball, 2 strike. Leadoff batter here in the bottom of the second inning, Brandon Wise. Ground ball to
nice
the
hop.
shortstop. Throws him out at first base for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Matt Stowski.
Well, Matt is 6'2", 215 pounds senior. Bethel got a lot of seniors on the team.
Here's
As
a
we watched
replay of
yeah.
Nice camera work switching over like that. Good view of him get him. Curveball inside.
Well, you got the
call.
Got the corner.
Inside, got the call. 0-1 here. Didn't get that one, though. That was a little outside. 1-1. Even it up. High 2-2. Tell you what, the coaching staff did a tremendous job on this field considering the shape that it was in. The infield really looks good.
Yeah, it's amazing how wet it was.
Well, 3 weeks ago, there was no grass on this infield. None. It was down to bare dirt. They had to bring somebody in and
fix it up.
And they did
Give it a facelift.
They did a good job. Forgot the word that he actually said that the process they did it. He came in here and sprayed that's deep center field. That may have a chance of going out of here.
All right, got him back to the fence.
To the fence. That was a long out, but it counts as an out. Deep to center field there for Stowski. 2 down now. That'll bring up the DH Seth Pye.
Seth is 5'8", 160 pound junior.
Let's see how close he got to the fence. You ought to be able to see a real good view of it here. Plenty of room.
Yeah, the one as close as looked from this angle.
From here, it looked like he was up against the fence. So that shows you how much we can tell from here. Excellent cameras, huh? Wasn't that neat?
I tell you, we got good camera people. Now, if we could just get our graphics guy to get in the same ballpark.
Go ahead, Andy. You're all right. Pitch is high.
Oh, how do you know I was talking about Andy?
And he the graphic guy?
Oh, sometimes.
Sometimes. 1-1's the count.
Tells me he's going to Vegas and play golf.
Yeah, right. I wonder how much money he's taking with him.
A lot more than what he come home with.
I was going to say, the question is what do you think he's going to come back with? 2-1 to count. DH Seth Pye. He's designated hitter for the second baseman, Daniel Rodriguez, in the game. High inside. 3-1 now, the count.
That's the first.
I think the pitcher wanted that one. That was a little bit low. That's ball 4. Eric Tansmore is now the batter, left fielder.
Eric is 6'2", 185 pounds, senior.
He is.
And I believe that's the first walk that Chambers has given up, isn't it?
Yep. Had two strikeouts in the first. Whoa! Ooh.
He's got a nice move over to first base.
Doesn't he?
I'm impressed with him.
That's a rip to left field. Let's see if he set up underneath of it for the out. Third out of the inning. No runs, no hits. 1 walk with a runner left on base, and that's 2 complete. No score here at Bruin Park, Bethel High School.
You know, I got to play golf today with a young man by the name of Jack McDonald, and Jack is from Michigan, and I had to tell him this true story that happened to 2 duck hunters up in Michigan. One of them went out and bought a brand new SUV, paid $43,000 for it. Payments were $590 a month. Takes a dog and his buddy, and they go out on the ice to do some duck hunting. Well, he needs to have a place to put down the decoys. So he says, okay, well, I got a piece of dynamite. So he goes in, gets the dynamite, and puts a 40-second fuse on it and throws it out into the middle of the lake. And of course, being a good retriever, his dog takes off and gets the thing and starts running back. Well, the guy says, well, I got to stop the dog. So he shoots the dog. Well, he's got buckshot in there to stop a duck, but not a dog. But the dog couldn't figure out what was going on. So he ran underneath the SUV, burned his head on the tailpipe, dropped a piece of dynamite, took off running, and guess where the SUV is now? At the bottom of that lake. And I told him, I said, is this common for people in Michigan?
Are we glad we live live in sunny Virginia.
You got that right.
You don't like the weather here, just wait 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, you're right there. Who we got batting?
Leading off the third inning here for Kecoughtan.
That's number 16.
That is
Casey
Danila. He's the DH for the Bruins.
Yeah, he's 6 foot 190 pound senior for the Bruins.
For the Warriors.
I'm sorry, for the Warriors.
Pitch is high. 1-1 is the count here. Right down the middle. Got a lively fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the third inning. No score. Kind of the game we expected it to be. Line drive back to the first baseman for the first out of the inning.
Well, that was well hit. That was a quick reflex.
It was that. Stephen Allen now up for the Kecoughtan Warriors, right fielder.
Well, he's a leadoff batter, right?
So we've batted around now for the Warriors here in the third inning.
Well, let's see what I got for Stephen Allen. He's had 18 at-bats. He's walked 3 times. He's had 4 hits, batting .222.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 now on the batter. The wind's changed. It's now coming from the back.
Behind us, yeah. I was hoping if it changed, it'd get warm a little.
Looking at strike 3. That's out number 2 for the Warriors. That'll bring up the left fielder, Matt Goulart.
Matt Goulart has played in 42 innings, 21 at-bats, is batting .238.
Swing and a miss. Got a little piece of it, but not enough.
Not enough to do anything harm,
right straight into catcher's glove. A little bit high. Just 1-1 now.
He walked first time, didn't he? Did he walk?
Yes, he did.
I thought he did because he's...
As a matter of fact, Kecoughtan's leadoff batter, Allen, has struck out twice looking. And that looks like it might be a base hit as it falls in front of the right fielder. So he now has a walk and a base hit. Puts him back on first base again. That'll bring up the second baseman, Zach Roughton.
Well, Zach has played in 42 innings and 19 at-bats, is batting .368.
He reached in the first inning with a walk and was left on base.
Young man thrown out, stealing last time.
Call strike. Yes. Runner at first base, Matt Goulart, was thrown out trying to steal.
Oh, what happened to our sound? We were picking
I
up.
don't know, it got real loud over here.
That's all right. Just turn our little things down.
Careful how you say that. Got back.
I think we finally got our other mic working.
Our field mic is picking up everything.
Yeah, which is all right.
Thanks guys. We really appreciated that.
Yeah, I just cleaned my sinuses out.
Ooh, curveball low and outside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1 is the count. Two down here in the top of the third inning. No score. Foul back out of play. That'll leave the count at 2-2. Watch out there. That ball almost hit the hot dog lady. Can't have that.
Now, Killer would come all the way back down from New York just to make sure she's okay, wouldn't he? He never met a hot dog he didn't like.
Oh, Curveball swing and a miss for the third out. All right, so after 2.5, no score. For the Warriors in the third inning, no runs, no hits.
One hit. That was a little hit he got over the first baseman.
Yeah.
Then Matt Goulart got a hit, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Most certainly did. But he was left on base again. That's the third runner that the Warriors have left on base.
Good to see you. Ray Smith, the athletic director over here at Bethel High School. Appreciate everything he does. We do want to thank all the people at Bethel High and Kecoughtan High, the coaches especially, for getting us rosters and getting us the lineups and everything. And we do appreciate. This game was scheduled to be played Monday, but the fields were real wet after the rain all day on Sunday, and they just couldn't play it. So they rescheduled for Friday. And normally we don't get to do a rescheduled game, but it worked out good for us this time. So we do appreciate, though, the help we get from the athletic directors of both schools, Ray Smith and Leonard Thomas.
No score here as we enter the bottom of the third inning, as the Bruins will send up their leadoff batter. Lonnie Evans, center fielder.
Lonnie, give you some of the things. He's a team leader in runs. He scored 7 runs.
Well, that's evident by his speed.
Has 1 home run. He leads the team, 6 bases. He has stolen 7 bases, 6 base on balls, and his average is .294. Young man is, let me tell you about this young man. I tell you, he's first team All-State last year. He's already signed with VCU at a GPA at 3.63. Very impressive, very impressive.
In the bottom of the third inning for the Bruins, Evans, Arena, and Fagan are the 3 batters.
Oh, he took a little off that one, didn't he?
He did that. So far, the Bruins has 2 strikeouts in the game. This is Evans' second trip to the plate as he singled to left center, or to left field, in between the gap there between the third baseman and the shortstop in the first inning to start the game off. Ended up being stranded at second base. He held that one back.
Did he go?
Had a notion.
And he did not go. And Jimmy Mayhew did a professional job getting out of there to check and make sure he didn't go. 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul back out of play. It's back towards the hot dog lady again. I believe it hit the roof back here that time.
Not her roof, I hope.
No.
Can you imagine what would happen to hit that grill?
That'd be more. Yeah, I guess I'd be more surprised if it hit the actual table where all the food was. Did you see what he just did? He leaned into the pitch. Did you notice that? Smart play. 2-2 is the count. Looking for the base on balls via base being hit by the ball.
Hey, any way you can get on.
Yep.
With him, you want him on.
Take it for that's right with his speed, as long as he doesn't get hurt. Ooh, that was close. Well, must have been 3 balls on him because he just reached base by a walk. So Michael Arena will be coming up now, the shortstop. He flew out to the left fielder his first at bat in the first inning.
18 at bats this year. Has had a triple. Scored. He's got 7 RBIs in his batting, .333.
Yeah, well, you got Kecoughtan Evans sitting over there on first base with a big lead. They're going to try to hold him on. He's one of the. There's a pass ball or a wild pitch. That one gets by the Warrior pitcher, and Evans advances to second on a wild pitch.
Arena was last year was second team all region at second base, has a 3.0 GPA.
Been moved over to shortstop this year. and they are bunting to move him down to third base, and that was successful. So
nice sacrifice.
They gave up the out for the sacrifice to Arena. That advances Kewanee Evans over to third base, and the Bruins again are threatening here.
1 out. And who we have up now? We got Fagans.
Andrew Fagan, first baseman for the Warriors. Just showing it again. Let's see, as the second baseman for the Warriors went over and covered.
I'm going to tell you about Andrew Fagans. He's batting .500. He's 18 at bats, has 9 hits at 18 at bats.
9 for 18, that's not bad this early in the season.
I'll tell you, that's good. He's got 1 sacrifice.
Curveball, base hit. That'll bring in Kewanee Evans for the first run of the game.
And that's why you move him to third, right?
They gave up the out to get the runner, as Andrew Fagan improves his batting average now over 500 as gets a base hit and an RBI. Matt Plank is the catcher batting now for the Bruins.
Batting .389.
Struck out looking in the first inning.
He's had 4 doubles this year already. 18 at bats, 7 hits. So .389 is a good healthy average too.
Fouled that one back out of play, 0-1.
Plain's got a 3.6 GPA and was second team all-district last year.
Took a little off of that one and low and outside. It evens the count at 1-1. Fastball, line drive to center field, deep, and gone.
Oh, it's out of here.
Home run for Matt Plank. 2-run shot. He got it all. Dead center field.
That's as far as you have to hit it to get it out in center field. And I don't know what the distance is down there. Used to have the mark, but I don't know what the distance is.
Well, it's 325 down the lines, and I'm not sure. I don't see it. Here it is. They're going to show it again, and you see the center fielder going back to the fence, looking where he's going.
I think it's right
feeling for it, and he stands there and watches the ball go right over his head.
Yeah, about 385 at least.
3-0 now. The Bruins taking charge here in the bottom of the third inning. Oscar Gonzalez is now the batter for the Bruins.
He's 18 at bats.
He also struck out in the first inning.
Yes, he did. Four hits. He's batting .222.
Looks at a first pitch strike. Nice curveball.
He was second team all region last year. He's going to go to Longwood. He's got a 3.54 GPA.
Swings at a pitch in the dirt. 0-2 is the count.
He swung at a low one and struck out in the first inning, if I'm not mistaken.
Oscar playing right field today. Nice waste pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Tell you what, the wind is really whipping around because now it's blowing straight from left field. Look at the flag. It's almost sticking straight out. And I don't even feel it here. That's all right as long as these trees. And he stands and looks at a third strike, and that's 2 strikeouts now for Gonzalez. Second out for the Bruins. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Brandon Mize, who in the second inning grounded out to the shortstop.
Well, he's got 3 hits and 15 at bats, batting .200. 4 times he's been hit by a pitch and has hit 1 triple.
That's a base hit over the second baseman's head.
Jumped right on that first pitch, didn't he?
And that puts the Bruins back in shape again as that's going to bring up the third baseman, Matt Stowski. Two outs here in the bottom of the third inning.
Let's see, Matt is
big young man.
16 at bats so far this year, 4 hits, batting .250. Got a 3.34 GPA. Tell you, you got to be impressed with some of these GPAs.
First pitch low in the dirt, ball 1. Now we're starting to feel it.
You see that flag, and it's coming right in. You had to open up your mouth, didn't you? That we couldn't feel it.
That's a shot to the gap as the center fielder gets over there to cut it off. Advancing over to third base is the pitcher Brandon Mize. So Stowski gets a base hit. That'll put runners on first and third. 2 down. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Seth Pye.
Here we watch the replay. Nice grab there. If he didn't get that, they would have scored a run. Pye's been at bat 15 times. Has 5 hits, batting .333.
He reached base in the second inning with a walk.
He was honorable mention all district last year. And you have to understand this young man is 11th grader, so that was, he was a sophomore to get honorable mention last year.
Well, he's in the game for his bat right now, as he is the designated hit and batting for Daniel Rodriguez, who plays second base for the Bruins. Pitch is high. 2 balls, no strikes.
We'll talk a little bit about Rodriguez. He's not batting, but he's got a 3.9 GPA and is a tennis star here at Bethel also.
Ground ball.
In the gap.
Yep. Just out of the reach of the third baseman. That'll score Brandon Mize for the 4th run of the inning. It's another base hit for the Bruins, and that advances Stowski over to second base as Seth Pye singles. And that will bring up the left fielder, Eric Tansmore.
Well, let me tell you about Eric. 17 at-bats, 6 hits. He's batting .353, but let me tell you something that's a little more impressive, a 4.25 GPA.
He's in the advanced classes. Nice curveball for a strike.
Hey, you getting a little cool on your
The
mic?
Bruins. Are you keep it up? Then we'll take that jacket off.
Oh, yeah, but you wouldn't fit you.
Yeah, that's all right, as long as it's on the arms. Got a piece of that one. 0-2 is the count. 2 out here, bottom of the 3rd inning, as the Bruins have struck pay dirt. 4 runs so far in the inning. Over at first base is Seth Pye. At second base is Matt Stowski. As that is 3 singles in a row now for the Bruins. A little high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got him on a changeup. They're going to have to throw him out, though, because it was in the dirt. Got him. Well, that'll end the 3rd inning of play for the Bruins as they scored 4 runs.
After 3 complete innings, Bethel 4,
4 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and there was 2 left on.
3 complete innings.
4-0 Bethel here after 3.
I want to thank Zooms for being one of our corporate sponsors. There's a Zooms right up the street here, right off of Big Bethel Road. And they got some of that Beantown coffee, fried chicken, potato wedges, Krispy Kreme donuts. And of course, we always like to buy them in a box in one like Tim gets them. Ham and cheese subs, Coke, and a good Citgo gasoline for your car. Stop in at one of your 14 convenient Peninsula locations, Zooms.
Yeah,
And of course, go ahead.
Sorry, the Bethel Bruins batted 9 players in that inning.
Well, they batted around.
Stranding 2 runners, and they went all the way around. Next inning, they'll be leading off with the same guy that started the last inning.
Hampton Chevrolet Jeep Mazda, like a rock. They got the pickups, the new and used cars. Give them a call at 838-5450. Better yet, go down and see them at 1073 West Mercury Boulevard in Hampton.
Yes.
And the game is also brought to you in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home, conveniently located at Hampton Center Parkway and North Armstead Avenue. Nancy Staten is the manager.
Leading off the top of the fourth inning for the Kecoughtan Warriors is the catcher David Jenkins. And Jenkins reached base in the first inning with a walk. His only other bat appearance of the game.
David has had 20 at-bats, 9 hits, scored 3 runs, is batting .450.
Well, the Warriors are going to have to get something going here now as they've fallen 4 runs back after giving up 4 runs in the last inning to the Bruins. Fastball high, 1-0 is the count.
We will pick a player of the game, and I'm going to depend on you with your stats here.
Eeny, meeny,
No,
miny,
we don't do it that way.
Foul back here. 1-1.
We don't do it that way.
Well, let's see. Eeny, meeny. I'm going to close my eye and just point to the book.
And we will give the plaque and the little trophy and the shirt before they leave. 1 for each team, yep.
Fouled in the dirt, 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count on David Jenkins, the catcher for the Kecoughtan Warriors. Game's going right along here. We've been just over an hour long in the 4th inning already.
Well, I tell you, with the way the sky is and no sun coming through, sun sets at 6:30, so I just want to let you know.
It looks to me like the sun's already set. Fly ball to short right field. Makes a catch for the first out of the inning. Next batter is a center fielder for the Warriors, Zach Alexander.
Oh, Zach Alexander, this young man is going to go, I know where he's going to school next year. He's going to Indiana University.
He lined out to the first baseman back in the first inning.
Played in 42 innings, 19 at-bats. Has had 4 hits, batting .211. Got a couple of base on balls.
That one was fouled back and got the plate umpire right square in the chest. Doesn't seem like it affected Jim at all, does it?
No.
Until he falls over.
Yeah, well, you have chest protectors, isn't it?
Yep, got him on a slow curve ball.
See,
Had him fishing, didn't he?
And Mize has gotten a little better under control. He was throwing a lot of high ones in that first inning.
Yeah, he had a rough first inning as he let a couple of runners get on base, but he got out of it, and he's settled right down so far.
Well, you know, sometimes you depend upon the defense, and
well, the defense got the Bruins, saved the Bruins in the first inning.
Yeah, they did.
Warriors left 2 runners on in the first. Fly ball to center field. It doesn't look like the center fielder's going to hardly move. Out number 2. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Chris Vetty.
Chris Vetty, they've 42 innings, is 18 at bats, has had 5 hits, batting .278. You helping out the announcer, aren't you a nice guy?
You know, I mean, they came and corrected us. I'm gonna correct you. 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Tell you something, it's been a long time since I had to stand up throughout an entire game.
And I tell you, my back will know it tonight.
My knees are the ones that are going to bother me. Ground ball to shortstop, scoops it right on up. Makes the throw for the 3rd out. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Warriors there in the 4th inning. After 3.5, the Bethel Bruins 4 and the Kecoughtan Warriors nothing. So we will head into the bottom of the 4th inning now as the Bruins will send up their leadoff batter again for the 2nd inning in a row.
Well, he bat 9 around.
And he'll
do it.
Reached base the last inning by a walk. So far, Kwani Evans, the center fielder, has been on base twice. First inning he walked. First inning he had a base hit to left field. Okay. And last inning in the 3rd inning he reached base by a walk. So he's batting 1,000, so to speak.
I was going to say, he's helping his average a wee bit. Mike, do you want me to take over so you can run and get something to eat or grab a coat or something?
Now that you mention it, all right.
Oh, man, I tell
I'm going to
you.
send Ed Colton over there. He's already
Oh.
standing over there by the hot dog, getting ready to start eating.
Well, that young man by the name of Pye that I was telling you about is related because I bet that's his granddaddy standing over here. I hadn't seen Mr. Pye since his boys were here at Bethel High School.
Nice music to help out a little bit.
Yeah, we go. You get somebody to go get you something to eat, Mike?
So far, there hasn't been any lineup changes. Both teams are still playing with the same players. Leadoff batter here in the bottom of the fourth inning for the Bethel Bruins, Kecoughtan Evans.
He's had
1 for 1 officially with a walk.
Well, he's got a double and what else he got?
Let's
3
see.
RBIs. He sacrificed 5 times, batting at .294.
Takes the first pitch in there for a strike.
Going to go to VCU up in Richmond.
I'll be lucky if I don't get up tomorrow morning with the same thing that my wife has got. Ooh, that one almost hit him in the foot.
What has your wife got?
She
got the creeping crud, does she?
Let's see, the doctor called it allergic bronchitis.
Oh, man.
And I went out last night to buy her medicine that the doctor gave her. I had to take the bank with me, literally.
What we got, a strike?
1 ball, 2 strikes, I believe is the count. Took a curveball outside. I believe it's 2-2. We're waiting for Jim to give us a signal
I
there.
don't think he is. He's not going to give you anything.
Well, the scoreboard's out over here. They got an electrical problem with it, so if we don't, as announcers, sit here and exactly watch every pitch, it's not hard to lose the count. That one in the dirt. That should make a full count, 3-2. And I can hear the guys in the truck now. That's your job. You're supposed to know what the count is.
You don't think Andy would be saying that, do you?
3-2.
I'm sure glad Andy can't get on the headphone like Scotty.
I was expecting Scotty to say it. I can't believe he ain't said something yet. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him swinging. That's the first out of the inning. Next batter will be the shortstop, Michael Arena. Arena flew out to left field in the first inning and had that nice sacrifice in the third inning that advanced Evans over to third base. Remember that?
Yeah. Well, Michael's had 2 doubles and a triple, 3 walks, batting .333. And has struck out 3 times. Oh, the wind picked up a wee bit.
You'll blow your papers away.
Not if I hold them.
That's a shot to the gap out in left center field.
That'll be extra bases.
High grass out there stopped it. Nope, he actually got to it in time. So Arena singles to left center field. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Andrew Fagan. Now Fagan in the first inning reached base on a double error by the center fielder. And in the, that was the first inning. In the third inning, he reached base he got a base hit. So he's officially 1 for 2.
He's had 3 doubles this year, 4 walks, 4 RBIs, and is batting .500.
Nice play back here by the Warrior catcher stopping that ball. It was in the dirt, and he had to dig in for that one.
David Jenkins does a good job back there behind the plate. He's got a lot of experience.
Kept him from going down to second base. Arena again sitting down at first base. Got a nice, healthy lead. Look at this. Low and outside. 2-0 is the count. Andrew Fagan, the batter. Scored in the third inning. Scored the second run of the inning. High. We'll try to get him at first. He's back in time.
David's got an arm,
Got a gun, doesn't he? And put the ball where it had to be, right at the bag. Look at it, going to show it again. Look at him scramble back to the bag, and he goes in pretty easily. So he got him right on the knee. Right in there for a call strike.
He was taken all the way.
3-1 is the count. Oh, looked at strike 2. That'll fill up the count. 3-2. 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Bethel 4, Kecoughtan 0. There he goes.
One.
Nice play.
If there was a hit and run on her, that they would have doubled them up.
So Arena advances to second on after taking off early, so they kept him from getting into that double play as Fagan grounds out for the second out. That's going to bring up Matt Plank, the catcher, who parked it last time he was up there.
Well, I can now say he has a home run. Before he had no home runs.
Yeah, he had a 3-run shot in the 3rd inning.
Well, he's batting at 389.
And they intentionally walked him. So that puts runners at first and second. Sets up the force play. Oscar Gonzalez, now the right fielder batting, struck out in the 1st, swinging, and struck out in the 3rd, looking.
Going to go to Longwood College. Already going.
Runners on 1st and 2nd as the pitcher calls timeout. Curveball in for a strike. All that extra noise out here, it sounds like a bunch of birds, you know? I'm not sure where it's coming from, to be honest with you.
I'm not either, but it's...
Well, maybe that's something that Andy's done. He's put in some extra sound in there.
Foul ball.
Fouled off down the first base line. They'll even the count. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 0-2. Thank you, Jim.
Jim knew you needed so much help. He would be putting those fingers up all the time.
I need it. Well, occasionally he does.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but he would do it all the time if he knew we needed the help.
0-2 is the count. Got him on the curveball, and he got the catch. So he goes down swinging for the 3rd out. For the Bethel Bruins in the 4th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors by the Kecoughtan Warriors, and 1 left on. So after 4 complete innings, Bethel 4 and Kecoughtan 0.
Do we want to remind the viewers that we will pick a player of the game from each one of these teams this afternoon. Each player will receive a trophy in the shirt. The trophy comes from Trophy World, and they're located in the historic Hilton Village in Newport News. For all your recognition and award needs, trophies, plaques, and custom engraving, contact Bob Helling at Trophy World, 595-7354. You've mentioned this announcement, you get special pricing. The shirt comes from Tidewater Team Sports, your one-stop sports headquarters for screen printing, embroidering, uniforms, and apparel. Call 594-0411 and talk to Dave Chubb or Terry McNamara, better known as T-Mac.
Hey, you're good at that, you know that?
I've been doing it for many years.
All right, we're going to enter the 5th inning of play here as the Kecoughtan Warriors are going to send up Ed Van Ez, the first baseman, Justin Colton playing third base, and the DH Kecoughtan will be the third batter of the inning, unless they make some changes. Down 4-0. And it is definitely getting chillier.
Yes, it is. Ed Vanez is 42 innings, has had 20 at-bats.
He was in the second inning of play. He was thrown out by the first baseman. That's when the Brandon Mize outran him.
What are we looking at out there?
Is that Andy out there?
Andy doing some work. Hold that up higher, Andy. We're getting a white balance there on with the Susan Bowers camera. Good to see Andy doing some work. I would appreciate that.
Oh. He does a heck of a job with the graphics, I'm going to tell you.
He does. I pick on him a lot, but he does a good job. Our crew does a great job.
Eddie Van Ez up the bat.
Right, look at that shot. A good picture.
A little outside, ball one.
I know you got to be cold. But I'm cold and I got a jacket on. Should have brought a heavier one.
High and outside, ball two.
Hey, they got some Bethel Bruin sweatshirts back here.
Little bit high and outside. Well, he's saying it is 2-1, so the first pitch must have been a strike, but I could have swore it was 3-0. But our plate umpire, Jimmy Mayhew, corrects us. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Van Ez goes down for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Justin Colton. This is a big young man right here.
Yes, he is. Justin been in 35 innings, had 10 at-bats, and batting 200.
Struck out swinging in the second inning. His only trip to the plate. Popped it straight up. See if it comes out of play, and it does. Don't hit the hot dog lady. It did.
But the people
landed short that time. One and one is the count. And I know that because Jim gave us the signal.
Good for Jim. I appreciate that.
Hey, the sun's coming out.
Yeah.
Outside.
I'm almost getting ready to set. Now it's coming out. Look behind you.
Yeah.
You see it's not very
Like
long.
It's about another hour.
Oh, we ain't got an hour. It's going to be behind those trees.
Yep. Strike. Right down the middle of the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Bethel 4, Kecoughtan 0. Foul straight back. You know, we haven't heard much from the boys in the truck today. You know, usually we hear them in the background and all. It's awful quiet over there.
Hey, they're busy doing things. They got Andy out there. Yes, we should be thankful.
Yeah, but we got to talk about it. 2-2 in the count, and he struck out looking on a inside pitch. That's 2 outs now for the Warriors. That'll bring up Kecoughtan, designated hitter.
Danina.
That's the way that's the way his coach pronounced it.
right.
No R. He is the DH for the pitcher, who was Steve Chambers. In the third inning, he lined out to the first baseman on a shot that must have curved 5 feet.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. I think Brandon Mize's fastball has actually gotten a little stronger as the game's gone.
Oh, he's gotten stronger.
Well, he's got 6 strikeouts so far through 5 innings. Make that 7. He's got 7 strikeouts. Make that 8 strikeouts. As Danita goes down, striking out. Struck out the side, gentlemen. After 4.5. Still, Bethel 4. And the Kecoughtan Warriors, nothing. Now listen to the music. Now don't that suit? What are we ESPN now? WHCS Channel 46. Game of the week at the Bethel High School Bruin sports facility here. Nice field. They've really got it going.
Done a good job with it.
Weather around here this year has been so bad that most of the fields have been totally unplayable until the last week or two. I went over to see the Heritage Gloucester game last Saturday before it got rained out, and they got to replay it. And their field over there is their whole field looks like that grass in the infield.
How about that?
They completely stayed off of the field during the bad weather. Went out there and worked on a lot, and they got the field looking pretty good.
Yeah, but.
And I assume that at this point in time that Danny Mitchell's got Hampton running the field looking pretty good.
You know he does.
We'll see them later on in the season.
Zooms is giving an award to the senior player on the baseball, softball, and soccer teams this year who's demonstrated academic excellence. These players will be awarded plaques at the school board meeting after the season. We'd like to thank David Allen and Zooms for their continuing support to WHCS and our student athletes. So we got a change?
Nope.
And here's Ricky Brown up on top.
And leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Bruins, pitcher is Brandon Mize. As he, in the 2nd inning, he grounded out to the shortstop, and in the 3rd inning, he had a base hit and scored. So he's 1 for 2 so far in the game. Nice curveball looking strike.
What number is mine? What's he? 7, isn't it?
7.
Yeah, he's got a 3.93 GPA. Was a 13th in the nation in the triple jump. In the nation now, I'm not talking in Virginia, in the nation, 13th. Is that something or what?
What's that tell you?
That tells you he's a good athlete.
That tells you he's got a lot of speed.
A lot of strength in his legs.
Swing and a miss, strikes out. First out of the inning for the Bruins. That's going to bring up the 3rd baseman, Matt Stowski. Into the half.
Yeah, you know what he means. You know what he means.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't me, Scotty. That was strictly Mike.
Oh, that's all right. I take full credit for that one. Swing and a miss. And Matt's a pretty good sized young man too.
Yes, he is.
Low. 1-1's the count. Hey, well, it's a pretty good crowd here too. You notice they're all bundled up pretty good though.
Yeah, really.
And the sun's also gone back out, gone away. Looks at the strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, I know who Cookie Monster is. Oh, that must mean I'm a big bird.
I'm sure our folks watching this game have not got a clue what you were talking about.
I know. They can't hear Scotty, and that's why he's so sneaky.
2-2 is the count. One out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That's fouled back out of play down the first base line.
Have some ideas on that. I need to. Okay. And for the other side.
Well, we got a ways to go.
Well, I know, but it just gives me some ideas. Holy moly.
Almost got him. That'll leave the count at 2-2. One out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Got 3 balls, 2 strikes, 3-2.
I think David Jenkins has played a well of a game behind the plate there for Kecoughtan. Strike 3 looking.
Nice strike. Nice pitch.
2 straight strikeouts in a row. Second added inning. That's going to bring up the DH, Seth Tye.
Seth is batting .333. Junior.
Low and inside ball 1. They just announced here the softball score over there. The Lady Bruins beat Gloucester 7-4. I think we're going to see them too sometime here soon.
Yeah, we will. We'll get them with, I think we've got them with Hampton this year.
Yep. Here too, I believe. I believe it is here at Bethel.
Yeah, could be.
That was a
We'll do
call
Kecoughtan
strike.
and Phoebus softball, and then we'll do Hampton and Phoebus baseball.
at Phoebus, I believe.
No, it's at Hampton.
Is it at Hampton?
Yes, at Hampton. We get to see that field Danny Mitchell has got in good shape over there.
They got a nice little place there for us to sit back there too. They got us elevated,
Yeah.
so we actually see over top of the umpire. It's a nice facility. 3-1 is the count now on Seth Pye, the designated hitter. He reached base in the first inning with a walk, had a base hit in the 3rd inning. Knocked in a runner.
Well, he's done what a DH is supposed to do, isn't he?
Gets on base. He second walk of the game for him as he's reached base each time he's batted today. Eric Tansmore is the next batter, the left fielder. And he flew out to left field in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 4th inning, or 3rd inning.
And he's batting .353, 17 at-bats this year.
And that'll drop his average a little bit because he's 0 for 2 in this game.
He's got 2 doubles this year.
Inside corner, strike. Taking that pitch all the way. Swing and a miss. Oh, 0-2 is the count. 2 outs. Swing and a miss for the 3rd strike and the 3rd out as he struck out the side.
Okay, we'll be right back after this quick timeout. All right, back here at Bethel Park as we start the, which inning?
Top of the 6th.
Top of the 6th.
Base hit right down the right field, left field line. Stephen Allen, the right fielder for the Warriors, leads off the 6th with a base hit.
Stephen Allen batting .222. Really got all of that one right down the line.
Matt Gallara will be the next batter for the Warriors, the left fielder.
Matt batting .238.
He's number 2 batter in the lineup. Foul straight back. Good thing there's a Fitz.
And you know, when we're directly behind it,
You still jump.
You jump. You can't help it.
Line drive. Long out to center field
nice.
as he ran that one down.
Nice catch, going away and reaching back over his shoulder. Nice catch.
Flies out to the center fielder. That's going to bring up Zach Rout, and he is the second baseman for the Warriors.
Who is that center fielder out there? Look at this. Watch this catch. Oh, man, you just see the ball coming right on down. Ah, nice job. That's number 8.
Kecoughtan Evans out there.
Yeah. No, for the Bruins? Thought number 8.
Well, the center fielder is Kecoughtan Evans.
Okay.
Number 6.
Well, no wonder he ran it down.
Unless they changed him and didn't tell us about it.
No, well, Scotty said 6, so I said 8. That's what I was going by.
Swing and a miss. Standing down there at first base with a single, Stephen Allen. 1 down.
1 on, 1 out.
And we got ones across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chases Allen back to first safely. Brandon Mize has pitched a whale of a game. He's got 9 strikeouts in the game so far. A little low and outside. Fly ball. That's a short left field. Left fielder calls him off and makes the play. Second out of the inning. It's going to bring up the catcher, David Jenkins.
That was Tasmore out there in left field.
2 down.
Brings up David Jenkins, the catcher.
And David so far in the game, in the first inning, he reached first by a walk. Struck out in the 3rd, so he is 0 for 1. I'm sorry. David Jenkins singled in the first. I was looking at the wrong player. Man, singled in the first and flew out to right field in the 4th.
And there's a shot in the gap.
Hit that high grass and just slowed right down, and there's an error on the center fielder for dropping the ball, and the runner comes all the way around from first to score. Is Stephen Allen, as the Kecoughtan Warriors are on the board now. And Jenkins is going to reach second.
And we're going to have a pinch runner for him, number 8, Brandon Colburn, again as a pinch runner.
Yeah, you can bring the catcher out of the game with 2 outs if he's on base, so it gives the speed up rule.
Yep, give him a chance to put on. So we got 4-1.
4-1 is now the score as Kecoughtan gets the goose egg off the board.
Well, I tell you, they come out swinging the bat this inning, and they've made some good, solid contact.
Strike 1 to Zach Alexander, who is their center fielder. He is 0 for 2 so far in the game.
Indiana bound, Zach.
Last time at bat, he flew out to the center fielder. Got fooled a little bit on that one, swings and misses. 0-2. Nice waist pitch high. He would have had to chase a bad one for that, and that's exactly what he should have done. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A lot of speed there shown by Stephen Allen, getting all the way around from first base on a routine ground ball or single to center field. Popped up to short center as the second baseman gets back there and makes the play for the 3rd out. That's going to end the inning for the Kecoughtan Warriors, but they break the ice and get a run on 1 hit and an error.
So what inning are we in there?
We are going into the bottom of the 6th inning.
Bottom of the 6th.
1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base.
Well, one's wild, you know.
And the 6th inning for the Kecoughtan Warriors, leading off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Bethel Bruins will be the left fielder Eric Tasmore. He is 0 for 2, flying out to left field and striking out in his first 2 appearances. And it's not too bad out here as long as the wind's not blowing. It's pretty comfortable.
That sun is not, we're not going to see that sun again. That's clouds, and if it does come out, it's going to be behind trees.
Ball's there.
All right, we again want to tell you today's game is brought to you in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home. They're conveniently located at Hampton Center Parkway and North Armstead Avenue. For a tour of the facilities, give a call at 827-4670. Nancy Staten is the manager. And of course, brought to you by Zooms, where you get a good tea, Beantown coffee, fried chicken, pizza, Krispy Kreme donuts, Coca-Cola, and that good Citgo gas for your car. And by Hampton Chevrolet Jeep Mazda, located 1073 West Mercury Boulevard. Give a call, 838-5450.
And Steve Chambers, the pitcher for Kecoughtan, has pitched a pretty good game. He's got 9 strikeouts through 5 innings. The 3rd inning was a killer, though. There was a couple of hits in that 3-run shot by Matt Plank. Opened it up for the Bruins, and right now the score is 4-1 as we go into the bottom of the 6th inning. And the leadoff batter Eric Tansmore, left fielder.
Well, we got the right.
No, it's not either. This is Kawani Evans batting.
Yeah.
Huh. Drives out for the second baseman.
You're looking at the wrong roster.
No, I'm not either. I'm looking at my book, and according to my book, he should have been.
Well, anyway.
Kawani grounds out to the second baseman. So.
Good shot from the center field camera.
Oh, I see what happened. Not a problem.
Not a problem. I'm glad.
Tasmore was the last batter struck out to end the inning last inning.
Arena batting .333.
Because Pye reached on base by a walk. So.
All region second team last year, second base.
Michael Arena, the shortstop, is in the first inning. He flew out to left field. He sacrificed a runner to second in the 3rd, and that was Kawani Evans, by the way, and he eventually scored. And in the 4th inning, he had a base hit, so he is 1 for 2 officially. Pitch is high. One ball, 2 strikes is the count. That one's high. 2-2. He evens it up. You have dogs barking? You got dogs back here in the backyard watching the game too, rooting on the Bruins.
Yeah, I tell you, this is a good game. You need to come out here and see.
Whoa, got a piece of it. Don't let the wind blow all your stuff away now.
Well, I'm not.
Rip to left field, and the left fielder misplayed it.
Well, he slipped down in that grass. So how are you going to call that? It was a hit for sure, and then a error on the extra base or what?
Well, if we're going to give him a hit, we're going to have to give him a double.
Do that.
I'd like to see it again.
We got the replay on that or not? Here we go, Mike.
That one's up to interpretation, no matter how you look at it. That's a shot to left center field that gets by him. Let's see if we're going to score the runner coming from second base. And he's safe. Michael Arena runs all the way around. And I tell you what, that's pretty good because he had to wait. He had to wait out there to see if somebody was going to catch the ball before he took off. And still got all the way around. Andrew Fagan gets a base hit and advances to second base on the throw.
And then he scores from second.
So Arena scores. Matt Plank is the batter now with a runner on second and one out. And it looks like we're going to have us a pitching change here. As the Bruins now lead 5-1. So Chambers is going to move to first base.
Who's coming in to pitch?
Not sure. I want to see if it's 19. Let's see if, because, yeah, looks like Ed Van Ness is going to now move over and be the pitcher.
Yeah, Van Ness is only
swapping
pitching
places. They're just swapping places, that's all.
Okay. Well, Van Ness has got he's only pitched 3 innings, but has not given up a hit or a run.
5-1 now is the score. Bethel Bruins lead Kecoughtan in the bottom of the 6th inning. Our first game of the year.
Did he give a special price on hot dogs? Is that why you stood up?
What do you mean, was that why I stood up?
Oh, you haven't sat
I
down
haven't sat
yet.
down the whole game. Tell you what, this gentleman next to me with his stereos, he's got a variety of music, you know? He was playing ESPN a little while ago, and now he's playing country music.
That's why the stand's going to stand up and start doing a line dance in a minute.
As we will be getting ready to resume play here, the Kecoughtan Warriors have a new pitcher. It was the first baseman, Ed Van Ness, as Steve Chambers leaves the game with 9 strikeouts is what he ended up with in the game. He gave up 5 runs. And 6 hits. He only gave up 6 hits, but one of them was a shot to center field by our next batter, Matt Plank.
Well, they may
has a
walk him
3-run
again
home.
because first base is
Well,
open.
They intentionally walked him last time. They just sent him down there, so don't be surprised if it doesn't happen again. Yeah, I'll be real surprised if they pitch to him with only 1 out and the base empty down there.
He had a...
Yeah, they're going to pitch to him, so here we go. Matt Plank. He is 1 for 2. He's got a walk and a 3-run home run. 3 RBIs in the game. Takes the first pitch a little high.
He was batting .389. He's moved that up a little bit.
Added 3 more RBIs to his total for the game.
Which it gives him 9 for the season.
And he's going to make that one at third base real easy. He got a tremendous jump on the pitcher that time.
He did. He was...
Andrew Fagan advances over to third base with a stolen base. Second stolen base of the game for the Bruins.
Well, they had a double steal.
Swing, that was a mean looking swing.
No, they had, well, if I'm not mistaken,
They
that's
had a
the
double
fourth.
steal.
The fourth steal because
Got 2 on
Kecoughtan
that one.
Evans stole second, and then they did the double steal and the net steal.
1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. Trying to get him to fish after a ball that was in the dirt. That'll even the count at 2-2. Standing down at third base, number 12, Andrew Fagan. Reached base with a single and an error by the left fielder. Swing and a miss for the strikeout as Matt Plank goes down for the second out of the inning. Swinging, runner at third base. Oscar Gonzalez is the next batter, the right fielder.
Oscar struggled today. He's, I watched him play last year. He hit the ball right well.
He's 0 for 3, and he's struck out 3 times.
He's really struggling. Maybe facing the lefty will give him a new perspective.
Curveball, round ball straight to the shortstop, and gets the third out of the inning. So the Bruins strike again off of a hit and an error. Now lead after 6 full innings, 5-1. That was 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error,
and 1 left.
And 1 left on.
5-4, 5-1.
So we head in towards the last inning of the game. We're now in the top of the 7th inning as pitcher for the Bethel Bruins, Brandon Mize, has pitched to Jim. Right now he has 8 strikeouts as the Kecoughtan Warriors only have 3 hits in the game. It won't be too long here before we're going to be picking players of the game because there's a Kecoughtan gets up 3 out without coming back, the game's over.
Oh, we got them already.
We already have them picked. We'll let everybody know what they are or who they are here shortly. I believe.
You keep bouncing up and down with that music. I'm getting taller.
Let me tell you something. It's not because of the music. I'm trying to keep warm. Come out here in the 70-degree weather. Next thing you know, it's in the 40s.
Yeah, if you don't like the weather, hang around. It'll change.
That's what happened here.
All right,
leading off the top of the 7th inning now for the Kecoughtan Warriors, the shortstop Chris Vetty. Vetty is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, grounded out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning.
Came in this game batting .278, 2 walks, 2 RBIs, had 5 hits, scored 3 runs.
A fly ball to deep left field. It looks like he's going to get a double on this one as the ball sails over the left fielder's head all the way to the fence. So he opens up the 7th inning with a double. And that is their third hit of the game, as you can see it again. Watch the left fielder turn around and take off.
And one bounce and against the fence.
That was hit a lot further than I could tell from here. Well, so Kecoughtan leads off with a runner on second. Number 19, Eddie Vanez, is the batter. He's now pitching. Pitch is low, ball 1.
Started off at first, had 3 hits, 1 walk, had an RBI.
And he's 0 for 2 in the game. Grounded out to the third baseman with the pitcher covered.
We got a car with lights on down there.
And Eddie struck out in the 5th. Thank you. And out the lights went. Where have I heard that before? In Iraq, the lights went out.
In Georgia? Oh, there was a song, wasn't it?
Swing and a miss. Got a healthy cut at that pitch. Curveball, as that ball was hit in the gap as for a base hit. So that's 2 consecutive hits now for the Warriors, putting runners on the corners and nobody out as Van Ness singles through the gap.
And Brett Wheeler's going to come out and talk to Brandon Mize.
Here they show it again. Get a little white ball bouncing in the ground. That camera picks it up good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Well, runners on the corners, nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning for the Warriors. It's going to bring up the third baseman, number 20, Justin Colt. So far in the game, Colton is 0 for 2, striking out, looking the last time he batted. Not real sure why we're sitting here waiting here. We're going to have a pinch runner, it looks like.
We got pinch runner over first base. Hey, 2-0, relax.
They'll bring the pitcher back in.
Bring number 9 is the. That's
Ryan Gravely,
Gravely
as he comes in the game. He's a junior.
No, this is a pinch runner.
And since he is the pitcher,
Excuse me, my bad. It is a courtesy runner. He's my pitcher now, my bad.
he is a courtesy runner for the pitcher. They allow the pitcher to come off the field.
Here we go.
Justin Colton.
Justin Colton coming up to bat. So far 0 for 2 in the game, striking out both times, looking the last time.
He's had 1 home run and a double this year already.
So he's got the power.
Yes, he does.
There's no outs here in the 7th inning. Kecoughtan trying to muster up a rally here to stay in this game. Down 5-1. Fastball low and outside. Ball 1. Outside corner, strike 1, and leaving the count out. 1-1. Hey, look at that. They got a Zooms banner out there in center field.
Well, Scotty, zoom in a Zooms banner.
I think it's a Zooms banner.
I don't know.
Oh, fooled him on that one. He handcuffed him. He was sitting there and took it strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still no outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Almost got him. That was a little bit high. 2-2 is the count now. He evens it up. It's Justin's dad standing back here. Say, come on, boy, hit the ball. That's a hit. That's a hit down past the first baseman. That'll advance the runner from first to third, scoring a run. That'll put runners again back on the corners again as he gets back to first safely.
And it tightens this game up a bit. Now Brett Wheeler's going to go out and talk to the pitcher again. I think he's going to ask.
Chris Vetti comes in and scores the Warriors' second run, so that makes it 5-2 now. So they're taking Mize out of the game. Looks like Mize is going to go over to first. So we're going to do the same thing. Bethel's going to do the same thing that Kecoughtan did last inning. Flip-flop the pitcher and the first baseman.
Yeah, well, don't you wish
he's probably wanting to.
2 runs in. Oh, got 1 run in. 2 runners on.
So Brandon Mize
Yeah,
moves
5-3,
from pitcher to first base.
Who's they got pitching up there now?
That is Andrew Fagan, as Andrew Fagan moves from first base. Now Fagan goes to...
He's pitched in 20 innings, giving up 9 hits, 4 runs, 18 strikeouts, 10 walks. He's got an ERA of .70.
Well, the score is 5-2, so he's in a save situation now because a home run would tie it.
Yep.
So Fagan's now, Mize can't lose the game. He will either be the winner or no decision at this point, depending on what happens the rest of the inning. But Andrew Fagans can pick up a save. He can get the Warriors out. Still no outs, and again we got runners on the corners at first and third. Justin Colton just hit a base hit single to score Chris Vetti from third base. And Ed Van Ez, who had singled earlier, advanced all the way over to third. All right.
This is for Kecoughtan.
Justin Colton will come out of the game, and he will have
Colburn running.
Yep, Brandon Colburn, 5'8" senior, will pinch hit or pinch run for Justin over at first. Put a little bit more speed out there. They get out of the inning, they can always re-enter the player back in. You can only have courtesy runners for the pitcher and the catcher. So anytime somebody else comes in to pitch run, they are entered into the lineup. And the starters can re-enter the game at any given time when the managers of the teams decide that's when it's time to go back in.
There you go.
So the Warriors make a couple of changes on the base pass here and get a little bit more speed on the base path. Batting now for the Warriors is Casey Danita, the designated hitter. Lined out to the first baseman in the third inning and struck out in the fifth inning, so he's 0 for 2. And so far, everybody in this inning has been 0 for 2. And everybody in this inning's got base hits for their third attempt. So let's see if he can keep this thing going.
Warriors got a little bit of life going now.
0-1 is the count as he fouled that one back. Ball's low. Even the count out at 1-1.
Good shot from the center field camera.
Right down the middle. Taken. Looked like he was taken out all the way. 1 ball and 2 strikes now for Danita. No outs here. Top of the 7th inning. Kecoughtan in the midst of a rally to try to hang in here. Down by 3. Ground ball to the first baseman. Gets him at second. Oh, he dropped the ball, but he still has the out. Scores a run.
He dropped the ball to get on the attempt to throw it, but a run did come in.
Yep. So Van Ez will come in and score from third.
And that's
the pinch runner will be thrown out at second as Danina gets the RBI sacrifice there, get the runner to score. Got the out. Let's see if it was. I'm going to show it again here.
Yeah, he was out.
That's exactly what it was. He was coming out with the ball. The replays clearly shows the ball being pulled. 1 out. Replay clearly showed the ball coming out of the glove with the attempt by the hand, so the out stands. 5-3 now, Bethel leads. 1 out and a runner on first.
And that brings up Stephen Allen. Batting .222 coming into today's game.
Stephen has struck out twice, scored after a base hit in the 6th. He scored the Warriors' first run last inning, leading off the inning. Another hit to the third base. First baseman, it gets by him. That's a base hit. That advances the runner to second. And there was an error. Error by the right fielder will allow Danita to advance all the way to third. So that's a base hit by Allen. That puts the runners again on the corners at first and third with 1 out. We're going to show it again here. Watch the ball go right by the first baseman as he dives for the ball. That was an excellent play.
Good shot, good camera work.
Matt Galar now is the batter for the Warriors.
Batting .333. Brett Wheeler says, I need to talk to you guys. Let's get in here.
Game's getting real tight quick, isn't it?
It don't take long. You got the tie and run on first. 1 out.
5-3 now, and the tie and run sitting down at first base. Here in the 7th inning, as the Warriors have managed to claw themselves right back into this game. Another base hit could score a run and make it 5-4. Matt Gallar is up to bat now. First inning, he reached base by a walk, had a base hit in the 3rd, and flew out to the center fielder in the 8th. So he is 1 for 2 officially with a walk. That ball had some meat on it, didn't it? Trying to hold the runner on close. 0-1 is the count here to Gallar. Tried to pick him off at first, he's safe. Right down the middle, swing and a miss. 0-2 now is the count. 1 down, top of the 7th inning.
He's throwing a little bit of heat.
Heat's coming. Unfortunately, the heat's in his arm right now.
We're not getting
because
any over
we're
here.
not getting no heat here. A little high. 1-2. That was close. Andrew Fagans is bringing some heat now from the mound. Took a little bit off of it and
caught him looking.
Caught him looking.
2 out.
Out number 2, so Kecoughtan's down to their last out. Now batting's going to be Zach Roughton, the second baseman. Roughton in the game reached with a walk in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd, flew out to the left fielder in the 6th. Swing and a miss.
He is batting .368 coming into today's game. Well, I tell you, we're going to need to come up with the players of the game.
That's already done.
Well, let's talk about them. And they are for Bethel.
Ooh, is Mr. Mize.
Brandon Mize. And for the Kecoughtan Warriors, behind the plate.
Behind the plate.
David Jenkins. Congratulations, those 2 young men. They receive a trophy from Trophy World and a T-shirt from Tidewater Team Sports.
2-1 is the count now. Zach Roughton is the batter. 2 down. Runners on 1st and 3rd. Swing and a miss. That'll leaving it up at 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
The Warriors down to their last strike now.
Trailing by 2.
Trailing by 2. 2 twos all the way around. Pitch was high. Well, that'll make it a full count, so you're going to see the runner at first base motoring down to second on this pitch. You get a quick jump as the first baseman for the Bruins gets off, not even holding them now. Base hit. Oh, yes.
Wow, what a nice hit.
As the ball went through the second baseman's glove as he jumped to try to make the play. Roughton is credited with a base hit, which is going to score Danina. That will make it 5-4 now.
The leading run is on first.
David Jenkins is the batter now.
Player of the game for the Bethel Bruins.
Who had a base hit last at bat. So right now he is 2 for 3 in the game. Has 2 singles. First pitch is a strike. Advancing to second on that last play was Stephen Allen, so he's standing down there at second base with the potential tying run. That's a base hit to right field. Let's see if we're going to get a play at the plate or we're going to have a tie game. We're going to have a tie game. Yes.
Whoa, what
Base
a nice hit by David.
David Jenkins comes up with a base hit. And Stephen Allen scores from second to tie it up. And Zach Roughton will advance to third base on the play. Jenkins stays at first base on the play, so he gets a single. That makes him 3 of 4. That's going to bring up Zach Alexander, the center fielder, who is 0 for 2, 0 for 3 in this game. But the score is tied now. Ball's in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. 4-run 7th inning here for the Kecoughtan Warriors. They've tied the score up 5-all.
And it's getting darker.
Ball's outside, 2-0.
Excuse me while I sit down.
Excuse me while you sit down. Get out of the wind. Is that it?
You got that?
Absolutely. Hit to center field.
And there you see it.
It's third out of the inning. Well, let me tell you, the Kecoughtan Warriors scored 4 runs in that inning to come back and tie it up. It's going to force the Bethel Bruins to go to try to win it in the bottom of the 7th inning. Five hits the Warriors had in that inning. Scored 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and there was 2 left on base. So after 6.5, we're all knotted at 5. So the Bethel Bruins are going to have to come up in the bottom of 7th and come up with a run to win the game. Otherwise, we may now have another one of those situations where the light will interfere with another inning.
Well, I don't think we'll get another inning in after this. It's 6:15 now. Number 20 is re-entering.
Okay, not a problem. Leading off the bottom of the 7th inning for the Bethel Bruins should be the right fielder, Oscar Gonzalez.
No, Oscar didn't he bat last inning? He was the last batter, I believe.
Yeah, he did. He was. I didn't mark it. So it's going to be Brandon Mize, our player of the game, should be leading off. Is somebody going to bat for him? I don't see him out in the circle yet. Here he comes. Brandon Mize will lead off the inning for the Bethel Bruins in the bottom of the 7th inning now. So far in the game, Brandon grounded out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning, had a base hit in the 3rd, and struck out in the 5th inning. So he is 1 for 3.
Well, I tell you, I can see a whole lot better on the monitor than I can out there.
But I tell you what, Brandon, he hasn't done it at the plate, but he has done it on the mound. He pitched the first 6.5 innings, or 6 1/3 innings, 5 1/3 innings of the game, and had 9 strikeouts. So he won't win the game as the pitcher, but he won't lose it either.
Well, he pitched a good game.
Pitch is high. 3-0 is the count. And that is the one thing that the Kecoughtan Warriors do not want to happen, is to get the leadoff man on base, especially with a walk. He's a potential winning run of the game. Oh.
he was taken all the way on that.
That's what you call a automatic strike on that pitch, I think. Fly ball to center field. Who's going to take it? Center fielder will make the out. So Brandon flies out to center fielder.
Zach Alexander making that catch.
With one out, that's going to bring up Matt Skowski, the third baseman. He is one for three. Singled back in the third inning. Struck out in the fifth. 1 for 3 in the game.
Batting 250.
Looks at a curveball, strike one. Swing and a miss. And both pitchers are off the hook now, so to speak, as far as both starting pitchers are.
Yeah.
Those are sidearm pitches grounded to the shortstop. Makes the throw for the out. Out number 2. That will bring up with 2 outs the designated hitter number 4, Seth Pye. Seth so far in the game in the second inning reached base by a walk, had a base hit in the third inning, and walked again in the fifth. So he's actually 1 for 1 with 2 walks. Nice curveball. Tell you what, we get out of this inning, they may end up calling it because it's getting dark.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. Van Ez is bringing the ball right now, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. And he is psyched up on that mound now that Kecoughtan's come back in this game. Inside, almost hit him. Got out of the way. 2-2 is the count out, leaving it up.
Good camera shot from that center field camera, watching the ball come right in.
Fouled back out of play. Down first baseline. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tell you what, we're sitting here watching some of this game on the monitor, and we can see the game better on the monitor than we can because it's getting dark. I mean, when you gotta look through a green fence.
Well, and I got this
that monster
right
pole right in front of you. Again, fouled back out of play, so he's hanging in there. Seth Pye out there trying to hang in there. 2-2 is the count still. 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning, tied up 5-5. Slow pitch strikeout looking to end the inning. So
that was high.
let's see what happens here, gentlemen. Are we going to go another inning or are we going to end it here? Is that it?
It's got to be.
That's it. They just called it. Well, folks, it's what a comeback by the Kecoughtan Warriors. Down 5-1 in the 7th inning. Scored 4 runs in the top of the 7th inning to force a 5-5 tie. So the Bruins will end this game with a 5-1-1 record. And this is the second tie of the season for Kecoughtan, as they will be 3-2-2. So, excellent game.
Yeah, it really was.
Kecoughtan Warriors come back to tie the game, and then because of darkness.
All right, today's game brought to you by Zoos with 14 convenience locations on the peninsula, and by Hampton Chevrolet at 1073 West Mercury Boulevard, and in part by Parklawn Wood Funeral Home. Well, the final score, 5-5. For Mike Hauser, this is Bob Henson, our crew, saying good afternoon, everybody.